The Valkoran Combat Academy's training arena stretched 300 meters in diameter, its transparent dome offering a view of the rust-colored sky of Kepler 442b. Inside, the air hummed with electromagnetic tension as holographic scoreboards flickered above the combat rings. Alex Chen stumbled backward, his vision blurred by the impact of another kinetic punch from Kralix, a 7-foot Draxian cadet whose exoskeleton gleamed under the arena's artificial lights. Blood trickled from Alex's temple, mixing with sweat as he tried to raise his guard. 3 other alien cadets circled him like predators, a Voreen with 4 arms, a crystalline Sulcari, and a hulking Thoraxian whose breath came in guttural rumbles. "Humans," Kralix sneered, his mandibles clicking in what passed for laughter among his species. "Your kind survived the Great Filter through luck, not strength. You don't belong here." The Academy trained warriors from 47 species across the Galactic Coalition. Humans, the newest members, were considered the weakest link. Their physiology lacked the natural armor of Draxians, the redundant organ systems of Voreens, or the crystalline durability of Sulcari. What they did possess, adaptability, pattern recognition, endurance, was dismissed as irrelevant in direct combat. Alex tried to activate his training gauntlet's shield function, but the Voreen's electromagnetic pulse had fried its circuits 2 minutes ago. His ribs screamed with each breath. The medical nanobots in his bloodstream were working overtime, but they couldn't keep pace with the damage. "Finish him," the Sulcari said, its voice resonating like chimes. "Prove the human's genetic weakness." The arena's spectator galleries filled with cadets from various species, watching with clinical interest. This wasn't officially sanctioned, but the instructors turned a blind eye to these dominance displays. It was, after all, a combat academy. Then the western entrance doors exploded inward. Jennifer Martinez stepped through the smoke, her combat boots leaving scorch marks on the polished floor. She stood 5'6", compact and muscular, with dark hair pulled into a tactical braid. Her eyes, cold, calculating, swept across the arena, analyzing trajectories, weak points, biomechanical limitations. "Hey!" Her voice cut through the arena like a plasma blade. "4-on-1! That's adorable!" Kralix turned, momentarily confused. "Another human? You dare interrupt?" Jennifer moved. Her neural implant, standard issue for all Academy cadets, but uniquely integrated with human neurology, processed combat data at 0.3 milliseconds per calculation. While other species had faster reflexes or greater strength, human brains excelled at predictive modeling and adaptive strategy. She crossed 20 meters in 2.1 seconds, her augmented legs propelling her forward. The Voreen swung 2 of its arms toward her. Jennifer dropped into a slide, her body angling at precisely 23 degrees to pass beneath the strike. As she slid, her right hand deployed a monofilament wire from her gauntlet, a weapon most species considered too delicate for combat. The wire wrapped around the Voreen's leg joints, where exoskeleton met muscle. Jennifer yanked. The alien's own momentum worked against it, and 1,200 pounds of Voreen crashed face-first into the arena floor with enough force to crack the reinforced surface. The Sulcari launched crystalline projectiles from its body, razor-sharp fragments that could pierce titanium. Jennifer's neural implant calculated their trajectories, overlaying her vision with predictive paths. She twisted, her body moving through the gaps between projectiles like water flowing through rocks. One fragment grazed her shoulder, drawing blood, but she barely registered it. She closed the distance to the Sulcari in 3 bounds. Her left fist, enhanced by kinetic amplifiers in her gauntlet, struck the alien's central mass node, the one structural weakness in its crystalline structure that her implant had identified from Academy databases. The Sulcari shattered like glass, its fragments scattering across the arena floor before beginning their slow regeneration process. The Thoraxian roared, a sound that made the arena's dome vibrate. It charged, its massive bulk accelerating with surprising speed. Jennifer stood her ground, her implant running thermal scans, analyzing the alien's gait, predicting the exact moment of impact. At the last possible microsecond, she sidestepped and extended her leg. The Thoraxian's own momentum sent it tumbling, and Jennifer leaped onto its back, her fingers finding the nerve cluster at the base of its skull, another weakness catalogued in her research. She applied precisely 47 pounds of pressure. The Thoraxian went limp, unconscious, but unharmed. Kralix had watched his companions fall in under 8 seconds. His mandibles spread wide in a threat display. "You got lucky." "Human." "Luck?" Jennifer's smile was predatory. "I've studied 17 hours of combat footage of Draxians. Your species has a 0.23-second neural delay when switching from offense to defense. Your exoskeleton's strongest at the front, weakest at the posterior joints, and you always drop your left guard after a 3-strike combination." Kralix lunged, executing exactly the pattern Jennifer described. 1, 2, 3 strikes, then his left side exposed for 0.19 seconds. Jennifer's strike was surgical. Her palm hit the joint where Kralix's arm connected to his thorax. Not hard enough to break, but sufficient to hyperextend the exoskeleton's articulation point. Kralix's arm went numb. Before he could compensate, Jennifer swept his legs and rode him to the ground, her knee on his chest. Her other hand's monofilament wire pressed against his throat. "Yield," she said quietly. The arena fell silent. Kralix's eye stalks twisted to look at her, reading the absolute certainty in her expression. Slowly, he tapped the ground twice, the universal gesture of submission. Jennifer stood, helping Alex to his feet. His face was battered, but his eyes were grateful. "Humans don't have the strongest armor," Jennifer announced to the watching galleries, her voice carrying across the arena. "We don't have the fastest reflexes or the most redundant organs. But we've got something you all seem to forget. We've been fighting each other for 10,000 years. We've weaponized everything from sticks to quantum physics. We've turned survival into a science." She looked directly at the gathered cadets. "We analyze, we adapt, we overcome. That's not weakness, that's evolution." The spectators remained silent as Jennifer and Alex walked toward the medical bay. Behind them, the 4 defeated cadets slowly recovered, their confidence shattered. In the instructor's observation room, Commander Threll, a veteran Zerathian warrior, made a note in his digital log. "Human combat doctrine. Reassess threat level. Recommend advanced tactical training." The humans had arrived.